Hi everyone, Cheryl here today with KaDoodle Designs, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the layering process of the nightly kisses, and we're going to do the night. And this is the file is the KaDoodle Nightly Kisses, and you get all three of these. Aren't they super cute? I just love them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set those two aside. I went ahead and I separated all my pieces, and then I did distress them as well. Not all of them, because I'm going to show you. So I did use the Brilliance Starlight Silver. And so for his jacket, you only need to do the left side because this is the right side of the jacket. And so what I did was I went ahead and distressed it, and then I came in with the C3 cool gray marker. This is the Copic, and I just kind of did the outline. So that's how I did that part. And I did the same thing. The legs, his pants, you only need to do the sides. And then you can come in and, give a little bit. So those are that. And the arm, on his arms, you only have to do the top part, or the sleeves of his jacket. And then the helmet part, I went ahead and did it, and then brought the pin on the inside and along the bottom. And then I didn't do anything with this piece, so that'll be that. And so we can go ahead and get his jacket put together now. And then I'll show you how I did those little buttons. The buttons are so tiny. Even I had like the I think it was the panda I did. I had the little feet, or was it the panda or the bunny? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I've done so many. Anyways, I lost one of the pieces and I had it right in front of me. I could not find it. It was so tiny. And so I just went ahead and glued that on. And then these little pieces for the buttons on his jacket, I'll show you. I went ahead, they are so small, but I went ahead and did two. And I'm going to do the third one just to show you how I did it. An easier way to do it. So this is a little guy right here, and see how tiny it is. Oh my gosh, it's really small. So if you have one of these tools, you can hold it in your left hand, and then I'm taking the C3 cool gray marker or Copic, and then I just hold this down gently and just bring the pen around the outside. Hopefully you could see that. Let's see if I can zoom in some. But I'm just bringing it gently around the outside. See? And so that one's done. And then for those of you who haven't seen any of my videos, this little tool I'm using, because I've had several people ask me, it's called Viker. And I get it off of Amazon, and it comes in a kit. I'm going to show you really quick. And I do put a link in all my videos, and I'm not affiliated with them, so I don't get any kickback or anything. But it's just a nice set. You get two. You get the little end wax pieces, and that helps to pick them up. And I want to say it was $8.99 or $9.99. It wasn't very much. But I think that button, I really wanted it up a little. I think a little higher. But it's just really nice because like these pieces here, and I lose them so easy. Oh my gosh. So we'll just stick that on. Okay. That should be okay. And then he has a little heart on his jacket. I've got that right here. You can outline that in a red pen if you want. I'm skipping that for this video. I think, I mean, I could even do it while it's on there, but I'm going to leave that. So the next thing we want to do is get his little pants put on. And since we have his little jacket done, we can add these guys here. You could put one on the other, but I kind of just put them together like so, and then put that. But you could take them once they're down. You could layer them and add a little bit of glue if you're wanting. There we go. I think that's going to be okay. So he does have some little shoes and his little arms. So on the arms, we might as well just add those now. Try to get as much of this done. The glue I'm using is Art Glitter Glue, and the cardstock I'm using is American Crafts. I believe this came out of the Neutrals. I keep all my, like my scrap cardstock from when I'm doing cards or whatever, I throw it into a file drawer I have by my computer, and all my papers for my Cricut are in there. So when I'm done with projects, I just throw the pieces that I can use on the Cricut in there. But this is one of the grays from American Crafts, just in case you want to know. And then we'll go ahead and get the shoes. So on his little shoes, you only have to do the top part. And again, I used the Starlight and the pin. And then for this part here, I went ahead and just did the pin on it. And I'm going to show you, I'll do this one right here. So you're just going to hold it down and you can kind of come in just a little bit. And if you wanted, you can come over it with the ink, but I'm not even going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. And hoping I don't make a mess. Let's see, because I seem to do that. Oops. Come on. Okay, so we're going to add this left side first. Let's see if I can get that. I think I've got it. And then okay, and then we want to add the little piece along the bottom of this left one. We'll get that on there. So we can just push that down. And then we're going to go ahead and add this piece now. So this is for the right side. There we go. I think that looks fine. And then we'll get his little shoe. I think that's okay. And then we want the piece along the bottom again. I've got the other one right here. Now we can run the pin again along the bottom of this, but I'm going to wait for that to dry. There we go. Okay, so that part's all done. We'll set that aside. So now we're going to do his little face. And for that, oh, I should have prepped these and I didn't. Okay, I'm using Vintage Photo for all the bear parts. And so, whoops. For this big part of his head, you only need to do this part of his ears. And so that's all we have to do. So we'll get that done. So we got that done. And then for his face, we don't need to do any, but I do like to add like a circular motion coming in because we want a little bit of color for those cheeks. So we're not just coming in with the pink. And so this is going to give us some of the brown color. And you don't have to do it perfect. It just needs a little bit of color. That's all I... Now on his little hands, we want the whole thing. Of course, we've got to distress that. Whoops. And this is also American Crafts. This came in the neutrals, so I tend to use this color a lot for my bears of cardstock, and I use it for the gingers when I do the gingers at Christmas time. And then I'm also using the Vintage Photo just for the top part of the ear. We don't need to do it all because you really are not going to see much of that. So why take the time to even mess with doing the whole thing? Okay. And then his little muzzle, we want to do the whole thing on that. And so we're just going to come in and we'll do that. Okay. So that's good. We're done with that. So now I'm going to put together his little head, and we're going to start with his little inner ear parts. And so we just need, now you can bring them up more if you want to see more of those. I just try to eyeball right here how much is going to be showing. Okay. And so we've got that done. Now, the chalks that I'm using now are Stampin' Up! Pastels. I've had these for years. I've been using the EK Success or whatever it is, but I found these the other day in this cabinet up here because I'm getting ready to take everything out, and I thought, oh, I should use those and see how I like them. So you can add a little pink to the top part of his ear. I do like this chalk. And then you can add some to, of course, the face. And we're just going to add a little bit because we can come in and fix that up once we're ready. So we're going to add this part of the face now. And yeah, these are so cute. I did these last year for Valentine's Day, and well, I didn't do the night. So this is my first time actually using the file. I bought it last year, and I thought, oh, I had the princesses and the little dragons, and I thought how cute it would be just to give them each one of those. I've been super busy with trying to get all my Valentine's little treat things done. Okay, so we've got the little helmet thingy on, and then we're going to go ahead and add this top piece. If you want, you can come in and take a darker gray pin to this. I'm not doing that. I'm going to skip that and just get some glue on there. And we'll just set that down. There we go. Okay. And then you could always take, I keep a rag down here, but you can always take that and then just press. All right. So we've got that done. So now we want to add his muzzle, and the way I do that, because I want to leave room to slide those eyes in, and this muzzle was cut out of a basil cardstock. It's one of the shimmers, and the back side I love for the muzzles and the noses and stuff. It's pretty close, but I try to leave a little bit of room just for those eyes to go in. And so we'll get that. I gotta move it where I could see it better. Okay. And then I want to put those eyes in. He's got one that's going to go here and one there. And we're going to go ahead and put that one. And we should be able to slide that. If we can't, we could always, typically I don't put any glue on the top part of their little muzzles, so I can slide the eyes in. And go. Okay. And I want it kind of like that, I think. Now we can press that down. Okay, we need to get this one in. That one's going to go a little easier. And then we can press that down. Yep, that looks good. Okay, and then we're going to add his little nose. That way his face is done. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to use the Micron 005. I bought these off of Amazon. I think I got a pack of 8 or something. I can't remember. Really good price. I want to say 10 and under, but I'm not 100% sure. I just knew that the price was really good. So we're going to draw the little line in his little mouth. And then I do add a few dots, the little black. You don't have to. And then I am coming in with a little pink right here. Just a tad. Okay, yep. And that looks good. And then if you want to add more to his face is got a lot of pink. This pink I'm not used to. I didn't do, but we're going to add some little white dots there. And then we want to add to his eyes. And then his little nose. And that's it. You could add white here if you wanted, but I think we're good. So now, before I put his head on, I'm going to do the little feather and the little piece that goes right up here. So we're going to add that little piece. And the little feather, I'm using Pretty in Pink from Stampin' Up. It's one of their old colors. And that's the color I'm using. You can use any pink you choose. That's the pink I'm using. And then you can also come in with a pin if you want. I think this one's looking good. But if you wanted to come in, I use the RV11. I love this color. It's pink. You can come in and do a little outline if you want. It's up to you. There, that looks good. Okay, and then we just want to glue that on the back of here. There we go. Okay, so that's done. And then now we'll put the head right here. Hopefully you can see that. I forget that when I zoom in, I forget. Okay, so he's so cute. I love these. Look at how darling they are. Just so stinking cute. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so I did prep one flower to cut some time down. So let me get moving on this. And we'll do this one together. So we're going to do the stem for the big one together. So I'm not going to bother doing the ink pad. I'm using a pen G24, and I'm just going to hold this down and just give a little bit of color to it, and then I just flip it, and that's it. And so that one's done. I thought I did one of these, but maybe I didn't. Anyways, we'll just do them both. Okay, that's good enough. And then, so this flower's ready to go there. And then this one here, I'm going to show you. I went ahead and I took that same RV11. I think it's RV11. And I kind of just come around the outside of the flower. And then I'm going to come in with that Pretty in Pink and just kind of try to blend it and dab. I'll show you how. I know this one's smaller, so a little more tricky, but let's get this. So we've got our little dauber, and we're gonna kind of circular, and then you can kind of pounce down if you want. And you can circular, and then pounce down. It's just gonna give some more color. And then, whoops, and then pounce down to give that color. Okay, so, and then we're gonna use our glue. Get that on there. Oops, wrong tool. Plop that there. And then we have a little heart that goes right in the center. And I think that's the one. Oh, and I didn't put the hearts on the shoe, but that's okay. We'll get that. Okay, so the little hearts on the shoes go right there. And we're going to grab those really quick. I think they're right here. Have to be careful so I don't lose more of my pieces. Okay, and then let's go ahead and glue these on. We'll get the flowers. So I'm just going to put some glue right here, and the bigger flower goes to the outside. So we want it right about there, I'm thinking. And then this is the smaller one. I guess they can always be moved if we need to. Okay. I'm going to put that one there. Whoops. And because that one's still wet. I think I want it right about there. Okay, and then his little paw is going to go, or his little hand will cover all that up, right? So there's that. So now we're going to do the sword. Sword, I did the same thing. I used the Starlight, came a little bit with the pin, and then for this, the handle of it, I came in with our YR31 and I think Yo-Yo Yellow from Stampin' Up! To kind of blend it a little bit. But if you've got... If you just want to do the pin, and if you have Copics, you can always do the pin a lot on the edges, and then come in with your little 0 and try to get that to blend in a little bit, right? And so you could always do that. So let's go ahead and put the sword together. The sword, the way we're going to do it is we're going to put some glue here and then place our sword right there. And then we're going to come over and place this other piece right on top. And that way it's kind of encased in there. And push that down. And then we can add our little hearts. And let me grab those really quick. And then I think we're ready to highlight. And that's it. And we should be done. Okay, so his little sword is going to go right here. So we're going to do the right side. So we're going to... Of course, we want some in there and just a little bit there. And I think a little bit up here. And then I'm going to place it right about so. And then his little paw. And put that there. Let me bring it up a little bit. Come on. There we go. Cute. Okay, so now the Posca pin, I'm using the white. That is, I think I bought them off of eBay. Or you get a set of 2. I honestly don't remember what I paid for those. And then I just want to come in with a little bit of white. So like on the little buttons. Hopefully you can see. You could always do on the hearts if you wanted. But I'm going to do his hands. And I did that one too big, but that's okay. Okay. And so, and we get a little, do a little there and here. And I think that's probably good enough. You could add dots up here, but I didn't. And then, oh, maybe a little bit on here. You could always come in with some glitter or whatnot. I think that's good enough. And I hope you enjoyed my video today on the nightly kisses. He's so cute. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos, please do follow. And thank you for stopping by. Have a good day.